My. Look who it is. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you would like to build a custom website with Squarespace, you can use code MollyBurke to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain name. My internet friends, we meet again. And today we're doing a good old-fashioned Q&A. I haven't done one in a while, so over on my Instagram story and on my threads, I asked you guys to send me questions. I'm hoping you sent some juicy ones. I don't know what you've sent though. I asked my mom to go pick some good questions, and she's gonna ask me, and you are gonna get my live reaction to those questions. So I don't know what a 63-year-old's definition of a juicy question is, but I'm hoping she's picked some good ones for us, and Lord knows I can ramble, so let's just jump right into it with the first question. Neve Burke, what is it?
What is your favorite personality trait of Elton John?
What is my favorite personality trait of Elton John? It's not that juicy, Neve, but I'll answer it anyways. He's so loving, he's so happy, like he's such an extroverted, joyful dog. He just makes people smile. He has such a warm, kind, caring energy, and I love that about him. When I fly with Elton John, do I have to get business class so he can fit at my feet? At this point with Elton, yes, I do. Planes seemingly are getting smaller. He's also my thickums. Okay, he's a thick boy. He has the stockiness of a Bernese Mountain Dog. Like, you guys see thick feet, thick arms. All of my other dogs have the Labrador legs and more of the Labrador build, slimmer bodies. He's chunky, and then he has the hair on top of that. I don't always have to get business class. I can do comfort, like premium economy, comfort class. Sometimes it really depends on the plane. So it quite literally is the cost of being disabled at this point that I do have to pay for flights. Thankfully, majority of the time I am flying for work, AKA a company is flying me somewhere. So therefore they are paying for my travel, which is great. But when I am paying to fly, say back and forth from BC to here, or currently as you're watching this, I'm in Philadelphia with my boyfriend's family for Thanksgiving, I had to pay for that flight. And therefore, first class flights at Thanksgiving were too expensive. And I actually had to leave Elton at home for the 5-day trip because frankly, I couldn't justify spending multiple thousands of dollars for a 3-day trip. It's like 2 days of travel and then 3 days there. So I was like, Grandma and Grandpa are babysitting Elton John. So yeah, it does get pretty expensive. I try to use points. I try to book ahead of time when I can so that I'm getting cheap options. But yeah, it definitely gets expensive, unfortunately. It also just seems like from the time I started flying with Gypsy and Gallop to now, planes are truly just getting tighter. And like I can say that because I'm trying to fit the dog, and I know that the dog used to fit and the dog no longer fits. And I don't think it's just because he's a different dog. I really feel like they are just getting tighter and tighter and tighter back there. Why do I only use the Mira harness with my guide dogs? Well, honestly, you can't just like buy harnesses for guiding work. There are places that you can get harnesses, and I have like scoured the internet high and low. And I know people who custom train their dogs, they found places, but guide harnesses differ from a lot of other service harnesses in that the harness handle is rigid, but flexible. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Could you go grab my harness actually, Mom? Okay, so here's the harness. So this, you see, is like completely rigid. It doesn't move. It's stiff, but then it's flexible this way. So it goes in and out, it goes up and down. There are different schools with different harnesses. So there's like the Unifly harness that some schools have, which is almost like a service dog vest with a handle that sticks out between the shoulder blades and a loop. Some schools, like GDB, the handle clicks in. It doesn't have this like system, but majority, oh my God, babe, Elton just came and nosed it. Like, should I put it on? Are we going out? I'm so happy to wear my harness. I love it. But this is like the OG old school style that majority of guide schools use. They all have their own, but this is like the general style. And you can't just buy these. Like, you can buy them from your own school, or they give them to you. But you can't just like go on Amazon, go on Etsy. You can find service dog gear, but you can't find these specifically. And mobility harnesses are different from guiding harnesses. So that's honestly why I just use this. Also, the handle has to be a very specific length based on your dog's height, your walking speed. So yeah, that's really why I use it. That said, I would love to get like a custom pink one, and I would love to get a custom bejeweled one. So if anybody knows of people who can custom bejewel the harness for me, let me know. Or if anybody knows of somebody who would custom make a harness like this, maybe like a shoesmith, like a leathersmith could make me one. Because I would love it, and I would invest in that for sure, for like special occasions and red carpets and stuff. But for now, I just use this. And I do know, like, I have some people on my Patreon who trained their guide dog privately, and I know some of you on here have trained your guide dogs privately, and therefore you don't get a harness from a school because you didn't go to one. So comment and let us all know where you got your guide dog's harness from. What is my favorite Christmas tradition? I don't feel like we have them anymore, to be honest, as a family. Like, as you get older, I feel like a lot of traditions just disappear and they change as family dynamics change. When the kids move out of the house, the kids get married, they have partners, they're doing their own thing. Like, it just morphs and changes. So I would say, like, we don't have traditions anymore outside of food. We try to keep the food and drink traditions, which as an Irish family, food and drink is very important to us around the holidays. So we do eat a lot of traditional Irish, English, Scottish, Welsh kind of foods. We do eat black pudding on Christmas morning, which I simply adore. We do like a full English breakfast for Christmas morning, and we do mimosas. Ooh, Irish coffees. We do that every Christmas, and it's the one time of year that we do them. Homemade Irish coffees, delish. So yeah, I would say the food. How do I deal with stress and anxiety during the holidays? I mean, really the same way I deal with it any other time of year, which is a lot of the coping strategies I shared in this video from recently where I talked about sensory overload. Fidget toys are great, taking space for myself, breathing techniques, all of those kinds of things. Removing myself from environments that are causing anxiety. What other colors of glitter canes am I thinking of getting? I mean, I want every color. I would love like a gay pride one. I myself am not an LGBTQ plus person, but I do identify as a strong, firm ally. And well, my guide dog will be coming with me to my best friend Braden's wedding, who is a gay male, and I am one of his groomswomen. Elton will be coming with me. I do also want to bring a cane with me in case like Elton needs to go to sleep earlier than me. And I just think it would be so fun to have like a gay pride glitter cane with my outfit. I think that'd be like really cute. I also would love just like a solid gold, solid silver, rose gold. I'd love pink. Pink would be so my vibe, like especially different tones of pink, like hot pink, pastel pink. I want all the glitter canes. Any tips on finding my cat or knowing where she is as a visually impaired person? No, it's so hard because she used to wear a bell collar, but she won't wear it anymore. So the struggle is real. She's learned, like, if we put it on her, she'll just stick her paw under it and pull. Like, she'll just rip it off. She wore it for like good 2 or 3 years. And then one day she was like, I'm too old for this. And she won't do it anymore. So that was nice because I could hear her like tinkling around. But now I can't hear her. She won't come when I call her. So I kind of just check the main spots she likes to hang. She likes to sit in a box on the counter. She has a chair or 2 different chairs that she loves to sit in. There's a spot on the couch that she enjoys. So yeah, I just check her hot spots. Ooh, this is a good question. Have I lost more of my light perception? And the answer is yes, I have steadily been losing my light and shadow perception, I would say for at least 3 years now, or about 3 years. And it is still going. I don't know if or when it will stable out again. Late 20s and 30s is a big time for vision loss with RP, so I guess it's not surprising in that sense. What is surprising to me though is that other people notice. I would say most people in my life can clearly tell that I have lost more light and shadow perception just by the way that I navigate and interact with the world, which is something that I didn't expect. I didn't expect for other people to so easily notice that my vision has changed. Would you say you notice, Mom?
Have I noticed? Very much, yes.
Yeah.
Very, very much.
Even the guide dog trainers, like from the time I went and got Ben to 8 months later when I got Elton, they were like, you lost a lot of vision, didn't you? And I was like, correct, yes. Which is interesting because I already have very little. So the fact that people can notice, and I've always said that, like as a blind person, the light and shadow perception that I have is so little to everybody else, but I learned to use it to my advantage. So I know that losing that completely will still be really hard and will still completely and entirely affect how I navigate and will make my life harder, even though the amount of vision is still like insignificant to most people. And I am considered like basically totally blind. Like I don't have, in the sense that I don't have usable vision. If I go to the eye doctor, they don't give me a percentage of sight I have left. They don't give me any of that anymore, but it still will be hard for me. And I remember talking about that with my therapist. I used to have a therapist who had RP, and she told me like the hardest part for people with RP is when they lose that last bit of light and shadow. And most people with RP, when they lose it, they're surprised by how much it affects them, both emotionally and in life in terms of like navigating and stuff, because we feel like we've already lost so much that we've grieved that, and we've learned to accommodate and adapt to basically life with no usable vision. So it's surprising when you're like, oh, whoa, it actually does still make a big difference to me emotionally and in terms of interacting with the world. So yeah, I mean, I try not to think about it too much. It doesn't emotionally affect me too much right now. I just put it out of my mind, but I know that if it keeps going and I do lose it completely, that probably will be hard on me. There are no stupid questions. How do I have a fashion sense without being able to see? Well, first, I appreciate that you like my style, or at least I assume you do based on that question, because I feel like if you didn't like my style, you would think I don't have fashion sense. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I think the best way I ever had somebody else say it to me, her name was Hope, and she was my assistant when I was a full-time speaker at 19. And we were talking about fashion. And she was like, some people need to look in store windows or flip through magazines or look at mannequins to know what to wear, how to put an outfit together, and to help them have a sense of style. Other people like you just have it inside of you. You don't need to look externally to figure out how to put something together. You just know. And I was like, I guess that's what it is. Like it just is in me. I just innately know what I want to style together and how I want to put an outfit together. And that's why I not only do it for myself, but I do it for like everybody around me. Even in high school, friends would call me and have me help them talk through how to put together an outfit for their date or for the school dance. Like, as long as I can remember, I've been helping other people around me with their style, not just styling myself. Also, I do come from a long line of fashion lovers. Both my parents love fashion and have great senses of style. My grandma was a wedding dressmaker, so she would design like wedding dresses and bridesmaids dresses and stuff like that, and she would make them by hand. She would make all my mom and her siblings' clothes. So I think it also just genetically, I just have the fashion bug. Will I be spending any of the US holidays with my dad as well? My dad is actually in town right now. He's napping, and he is here for Thanksgiving, which, as I said, I'm spending Thanksgiving with my boyfriend's family in Philly, but my dad is here spending Thanksgiving with my mom and Mo and Chris, who, if you know, you know. So yeah, they're spending that together, and I'm seeing him before I leave, like right now, and I'll be seeing him for a few days when I get back from Philly. And then of course, obviously, we're all spending Christmas, New Year's / my mom's birthday together, because if you didn't know, my mom's birthday is January 1st. So yeah. Who is my celebrity crush? Oof. Okay.
I know who it is.
I feel like I can't say it because it's a YouTuber and it feels weird.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Is
there another one that you can
okay. I'll give you a hint. My YouTuber crush is married, which is why I feel weird, because I love his wife. And I think that there couldn't be a more perfect duo ever. So I don't have a crush on him in the sense where I'm like, oh, I'd want to date him. I have a crush on him in the sense where I'm like, I want to be his best friend. I want to be her best friend. I want to be in a throuple with them. I'm joking. I just adore them. I think they're so wonderful, but it feels weird to say it, because in the off chance that we're ever in the same room together, because we're both YouTubers, it would feel weird to be like, I called you my celebrity crush, so I feel like I can't say it. But if I had to pick like a celebrity, probably Shawn Mendes. Yeah, I really love, I mean, just his voice is incredible, but even his speaking voice, he has this like very serene, calming element to him. I love that he is open about mental health struggles, especially as a man. I think there's like even more taboo with like toxic masculinity, where men can't talk about struggling with mental health problems. So I love that he goes against the grain in that way and is very outspoken about it. He seems like somebody who's just like warm and kind and genuine. He's very talented, and he's Canadian, so I feel like he's probably just really nice and we'd get along. How do I feel about having my jet set busy lifestyle back? I'm obsessed and I'm so happy. I loved taking a break during COVID for a bit. And then I started to go stir crazy and my mental health was not doing well with it. I was struggling, okay, to say the least. So I am very happy that I am back to being a busy gal. But honestly, I feel like it's a really nice pace now because it is not nearly as busy as it was pre-COVID, but it's not as quiet as it was during the peak of COVID. So it's like this nice middle ground where I'm back to being busy and flying all over the place, but also get to actually take time for breaks or even get to extend my trips when I'm flown places if I want to. Whereas before I was so busy that I'd be like, oh, I'm going to Switzerland, I'm gonna extend my trip. And then they'd be like, no, you have to fly straight from Switzerland to this other engagement now. So it's nice, it's a good pace. I'd like it to stay exactly as it is right now. My tips for good sleep is to have a really good pre-bedtime routine. My routine starts at least an hour before I'm actually planning to go to bed, which includes trying not to scroll on social media and stuff like that. So I'll put an audiobook or a podcast on, so I'm not looking at the screen. I'm not interacting with videos that are giving me oxytocin and dopamine and getting me excited. I'm just listening to a calming podcast or a nice book while I'm doing things like my intensive skincare routine, foam rolling and some yoga flow stretching. I take melatonin. My favorite brand is the Natural Factors, works wonders. It is the best brand of melatonin in my opinion. I drink magnesium before bed. I have my humidifier going. I've got a whole routine. I do bedtime affirmations. I do a little prayer routine. I don't identify as religious, but I do identify as spiritual. And for me, that does mean I still pray to whatever I believe in personally, which I'm not gonna get into here, but yeah, those are some of many things that I do to just set the tone for bed using a lavender pillow spray or a lavender essential oil in an little oil machine next to my bed, diffuser, that's the word I was looking for. So yeah, I would say setting yourself up for sleep, getting your brain ready, because eventually the more you do a routine like that pre-bed, the more your brain and body is I'm getting ready for sleep. What am I most excited about in 2024? I'm working on a project that I am both daunted by and excited by right now. And I'm in the phase where I don't quite know where it's going yet. I have hopes for where it's going, but I don't fully know. It's gonna be a huge undertaking, very time consuming, and a lot of work. But I think with that, it could also be one of the most rewarding things that I do or have done with my career thus far. And so that is what I am both most intimidated by and most excited by in 2024. And I'm sorry that is so cryptic, but you can leave your guesses in the comment section below, or if you're on my Patreon, you already know. Hello, Molly from the future, interrupting before I'm answering the juicy question that you really are all probably here for, my boyfriend. I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace. Squarespace, as you probably know if you're a longtime watcher of this channel, is a long-term partner of this channel, and it is where I host my website, mollyburkeofficial.com, and have for many years, including well before I partnered with them. They have flexible website templates, so you can use their pre-made templates and customize it to your pleasure to suit your business or branding and make it look unique to you. You can sell custom merch with all of the shipping and handling and all of those back-end details handled for you. Love that. That's something that I'm looking into for the future because I am getting rid of all my existing merch. So, by the way, if you want any of my current merch, get it because it's going to be gone and it ain't coming back. You can also book appointments and schedule appointments with clients. You can sell digital products or physical products, and they have so many marketing tools and analytics that are helpful for helping you grow your business. So use squarespace.com/mollyburke to get 10% off your purchase of a website or domain name. All right, this seems like a good question to end it on. Will you ever get to meet my boyfriend?
And somebody else asked, is your boyfriend imaginary or invisible?
Is my boyfriend imaginary or invisible? I assure you he is very much real. Neve, you have seen him many times with your own eyes. Yeah.
Sweetheart, by the way. Love him.
Yeah, we adore him. He's just an angel.
Yeah, he really is an angel.
Yeah, I love him very dearly.
Very, very giving person.
Just the sweetest. I don't know. I could
Great conversationalist.
I could gush for hours about how wonderful I think my partner is and how lucky I am that I have him. In fact, I did last night when he went home. I sent him like a novel via text about just how lucky I am to have him and how grateful I am that he always makes me feel so safe and comfortable enough to always be my authentic self without fear that he will judge me or not love me anymore. And I don't know, I'm just so lucky and I'm so grateful and he's so wonderful. And Robin has met him. Want to pipe in, Robin? Their thoughts? Any thoughts?
Couldn't agree more with everything that was said. He's lovely. They're lovely together. He was really easy for me to talk to, and I'm not even dating the guy. So I think it's great. It's been so lovely to watch this romance blossom.
She can confirm he is real, not invisible. We've been together for 9 months now. Actually, 9 months this week. Wednesday was our 9 month? Yeah, Wednesday was 9 months. So 2 days ago was 9 months. It's like flown by. Like, I'm like, how the hell is it 9 months already? That is crazy to me. And then the other part of me is like, yeah, I feel like he's just been in my life forever. Like, it feels like we've just known each other for so long.
Soulmates.
Yeah, like, it's just so comfortable. And it's been comfortable from day one. Like, the moment I met him, I was like, oh, he makes me feel so comfortable. And it's so easy. We just talk and laugh, and I feel like I could talk to him forever and never get bored. And
Comfort is the main thing to me.
Yeah.
Remember your brother saying that when he met his wife? And he was like, I just feel so comfortable around her. And I was like, wow. That's how I felt around when I met Dad. Still do. You're just very comfortable.
Yeah.
You be yourself.
Yeah, it's just easy. It's just really easy. And I feel like really cared for in all the right ways. And I feel like we're the same in the ways that it matters the most, and we're different in the ways that keep it interesting. Yeah, so you will eventually meet him, but I'm really happy with how it is right now, where you get little peeks of him, like in this video. You saw his arm, or you hear his voice, things like that. But I don't know, it's nice just having our relationship be our private thing. If you want to know more, like, Patreon is definitely where I'll release it first. Patreon is like my safe space where I soft launch everything. You know, I gauge what everybody's thinking and feeling over there. So you can head over to my Patreon. There's lots of different perks over there, including content that never gets posted here. But yeah, that's probably where he'll get exposed for the first time. It seems like a nice, like, baby step, safe space to release him to the world. But it's nice keeping him my little private secret and our relationship just being our relationship and not everybody else's relationship. But he's a big part of my life, and eventually, for sure, you will meet him. There you go. That seems like a good spot to stop for this Q&A. You guys were very soft with your questions. Nobody really went in on it, or maybe Mom just skipped those ones. I feel like all your questions were very, like, respectful, which I do appreciate. So thank you all for sending in your questions. I hope you enjoyed just having a little good old chit chat this fine Black Friday. I'm sure most of you are out shopping, getting those deals, and I hope you're getting good deals and saving money. That's my hope for you. Happy holidays. I hope you have a full tummy and a full shopping cart. And I will see you in the next video, but until then, you can click over here to see my recent vlog from my trip to London, or you can click over here to see this other video I recently posted. Bye.